the water, Barakatah, Kahalayimla, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith in truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly, and Shalom to the Aqua, which is the women believers, Shalom unto you. And I want to bring another aspect to the beloved Apostle Gabar video. As you see, I wanted to start off the video like this where you could see the apostles page, could subscribe, watch, and continue to be edified. So this is the premise of the video. So it says explaining Revelation 20 and 12, and he basically just touched the judgment aspect of it. So I want to go into the resurrection aspect of it. All right. So the apostle Gabar, he went into the judgment aspect of it. I want to go into the resurrection aspect of it. So I'm going to start off with Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It said, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. And the reason I'm starting off with the scripture is because going into the resurrection aspect of it, this happened before. And as the scripture says, no new thing under the sun. Things just happen in different forms, but it's the same thing. Just like we had technology back then, but as it said in Daniel's 12 and 4, knowledge shall increase. It's always been some type of form of whatever you see in the earth today. All right. Chariots been from the beginning. Now you got airplanes. And of course, yes, chariots is like a 1,000 times more, technological, better than an airplane or a jet or whatever they have. Stealth planes and things like that. But I'm just saying, it's been flying objects from the beginning. And then in the 1900s with the Wright brothers, guess what? Airplanes was made. So I'm just using that as an example. It's nothing new under the sun. So when you go to Matthew's, it said Yahweh Shai, when this is when Yahweh Shai died on the cross, he gave up the ghost. Yahweh Shai, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from bottom to the top. And the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. Now, when you go to Revelation 20 and 12. Let me get it and come back to this. So it said, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open, and the other book was open, which is the book of life, and the dead and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. So in this time, this didn't happen. When Yahweh Shai died, yeah, people came out of the graves, but they wasn't judged, out of the book of life. Because when you go, Yahweh Shai didn't come to the earth to judge in this time, but when he come back now, he's going to judge. But let's back that up with scripture. So it says, if any man hear my words and believe not, I judge him not, for I came not to judge the world, but to save. And the ones who got saved is those who had the ears to hear and the eyes to see. And it said, he that rejecteth me and receiveth not my words have one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. So now this is talking about the last day. Going back to Revelation 20. This is talking about the last day. So it say he have one who judges you. All right. Which is the Father sending back his son. How is the Lord going to save? Through his son. How is the Father going to judge the world? Through his son. John 5:22 said that the Father judgeth no man, but have commit all judgment unto his son. All right. So, and another thing, like I said, Apostle Gabar, he just touched on the judgment aspect of it, which is true, because this is judgment, and you're going to be accorded. You're going to be judged according to your works, and you're going to be judged out of the book of life, which is the scriptures. All right. But see, when you read verse 13, it says, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell deliver up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to his works. So you got some people that is going to be risen up to everlasting life or condemnation. All right. So when it say, and the sea gave up the dead, now the sea is talking about people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. When you go to Revelation 17 and 15. And then you also going to have literal bodies in the sea, because remember, you have submarines, you have Navy, you know what I'm saying? You have soldiers underwater too, you know? So it's a twofold scripture. But yes, people are going to come out of the graves. Let's back that up again. Let's get Daniel's 12. The point is in 2, but I'm going to start in 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of your people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that slept in the dust of the earth shall awake. See? Some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So, just because you died before the great and dreadful day, don't mean that you're going to get away with it. Because if you are not written in the book of life, and the Lord can, the scripture said this, who can lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? For it's the Most High who justified. That's it, Romans 8 and 33. So the Lord can have mercy upon anybody he wants. But the point is that I always use this. I don't know why, maybe, I don't know why Kevin Samuels is always in my mind, but I think about that demon. Yeah, he did good when it comes to trying to put women in their place, but he still was going off. He still didn't acknowledge the Lord. He actually didn't really care for the scriptures like that. And then when he did pick up the scriptures, he used to butcher them, you know? So a lot of people like Kevin Samuels because, you know, he was trying to get women straight, which is cool. But he's not a man of the Lord. So he died, right? So I just think about, so if you know the scriptures, you understand that death is rest. So you're going to tell me that the men of the Lord down here, you know, got to go through all the hell, even though we're going to be blessed. We got to go through all the hell. And then Kevin Samuels as just in the spirit world, chilling. Because the scriptures, even when Yahushua was on the cross, remember, he had a man on the right hand, he had a man on the left hand, and the man on the right hand told Yahushua, remember me. And then guess what Yahushua told him? He said, today you will be with me in paradise. Where was they going? They was going to the spirit world where the Father is. Because the scripture said that death is rest. So you got a wicked nigga like Kevin Samuels. He just going to be in the spirit world chilling and then come back in the kingdom as a newborn baby and continue to be rich and shit. Like, no. But anyways, I digress. But the point is that you don't get away. So this is why I'm dealing with the resurrection aspect of it. Let's back it up again. Scripture said precept must be upon precept. So when you go to John 5 and 28, it said, marvel not at this. Because like one thing, this particular subject is very touchy. I remember a couple years ago, one of the apostles said, like, basically this is like speculation. All right. about about people raising out the graves being judged. And that's the way to play it safe. That's actually the best way to play it. I'm even playing it like that, but I'm just showing you the scriptures to back it up. You know? So that's why the Lord start off the scripture with marvel not. Because you got people, you as you see, a lot of people don't touch on this subject. You got a lot of men that be like, when a person die, like, oh, he good now. He good now. He good for right now. I'm just only going by what the scripture says. So it said, marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice. Now, the last time I checked, we just read it in Matthew 27. Because like I said, if anybody try to use that, no, this already happened. When did the men and women who came out of the graves heard Yahweh's voice? He died. He went to the spirit world. His body got laid in the sepulcher. I can't ever say that word. The sepulcher, that's what I'm gonna call it. And he was there for, it's really 4 days, but they say 3 days. He risen up on the 4th day, but they say 3 days. So the point is that they didn't hear the voice. Because it said, marvel not at this, for the hour has come. See, it's a specific hour, which is a judgment hour. Remember, the Lord came back not to judge. When he walked the earth, he only came to save, not to judge, but he coming to judge this time. So it said, the hour is coming in which the graves that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. Come on, man. The scriptures is plain. So that's why I say I just want to touch on the resurrection, aspect of it. Because like I said, this is a scripture that most brothers don't touch. And listen. I'm not putting myself on no damn pedestal. I'm not better than nobody else. I'm only going by the scriptures. I used to meditate on this all the time. And like the word said, precept must be upon precept. And I already pulled out about 6 or 7 of them that back up the claim that this is going to happen. That's why Yahweh Shah said, marvel not. Now let's get one of my favorites in the Apocrypha. To back it up again. So it said, therefore, if so be that you will subdue your understanding. You see how when the scripture says, marvel not, consider this, if any man have an ear, let him hear. Now it's saying, therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death you shall obtain mercy. Those are the ones who die in Yahushua. For after death shall the judgment come. See, when we shall live again, the ones who die in Yahushua, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. So the point is that all in the scriptures, I think that was probably like my 7th precept concerning this matter. Let's go back to the main scripture. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before the Most High, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell deliver up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. So judgment is either you're going to get blessed or you're going to get cursed. You're either going to receive mercy or you're going to get judged harshly. So I just wanted to touch on the resurrection aspect of it. So hopefully this video was edifying. Going back to what I said, not putting myself on no pedestal. This is what the Spirit have gave to me. And I just didn't want to, it was a fire in my belly, man. I just had to get it out. Because like I said, this is a subject that great men of the Lord don't touch. And like I said, I think I heard Apostle Ron say, he said, yeah, you know, this is basically speculation. Because he basically was saying like this is what the scripture says, but we just speculate. We don't, you know, so anyway, so hopefully this video was edifying, and shalom.